It's very dark because I haven't turned on my light yet, so please bear with me. Okay. You know, the other thing is I don't actually know how to use, how do you see the chat on things? Huh. All right. Wait, chat. There we go. You have to disconnect your back. Okay. No, I can see the chat now, actually. There's a button to do it. All right, welcome to my kitchen, first off. So, here we go. Here's the umbrella. What am I saying? Here's our most important thing, obviously. Besides our Miku, of course. So, we need to figure out where we're going to put you, chat. Because I want to be able to see you, but I also want to be able to see the chat. You'd like to order some fried eggs. I wonder, do you think we can use this? Like my kitchen knife block? Or I could do this maybe. Hold on. If I do this and then flip the camera. There we go. Hey, that's actually not bad. All right. How is this, chat? Good? You can see my horrible sweaty self from Ring Fit. All right, so today we are going to be making cookies. Specifically, I'm going to be making more of the kind that's actually right here in front of you all, which is right here. So here they are. This is what they look like. So these cookies are butter cookies, but most importantly, of course, they have a secret ingredient. The secret ingredient being Disaronno. Also, welcome to my living room, by the way. There's the alcohol, there's the Miku shrine, there's the music center with our classy ladies. Pleasant place to sit and hang out. Manga. You know, all the essentials one needs. All right, anyway. And of course, a spice rack. Flip the camera. Okay. So, the cookies are really easy to make. There's a grand total of 5 ingredients for the base Bix. Oh, thanks. You're a mod, so you should be able to set that. Let me know if that doesn't actually set, by the way, Daphne. Because I can run into the next room and grab stuff if need be. But, all right. So, mixing bowl. And mixing spoon. There's not too much stuff that we need, honestly, besides the usual measuring cup device and things. Does not work. Okay, let me fix that for you all. I didn't realize that there was a food night mode other command. Wait. Edit stream info. Food and drink. I had no idea. All right. You learn something new every day, right? Okay. So, first things first, we're going to turn the oven on. So, 350 is good. I do 355 because you get right up close to a good temperature. So, 355 Fahrenheit, which I don't know what that is Celsius. Probably somewhere around 160 or something. I apologize. I don't know my metric. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to melt a bunch of butter. So I might bring the camera over here in a minute. But basically, we're going to mix a bunch of sugar and butter together. And that's the basis of the cookie. So... pan, which needs a quick rub down, but a little tamagoyaki pan. Which are great, by the way. If you don't have one, I'd recommend it. Like it's not just good for tamagoyaki, like little tiny omelets. It's just good for like quick little things, like doing what I'm about to do. oven on. I wish there was, I guess this is okay. I feel bad about having my back turned towards you. But butter, unsalted. So you need 6 tablespoons for this, which is 3/4 of a stick. I already have 2 tablespoons right here, and so we only need half of this. Half of that, and it's going to be great. Need to stay hydrated after all that Ring Fit. So what I probably didn't tell you is that the heat is on over on the stovetop. And one thing that I think works pretty well, let me see if I can, let me move you over here real quick. We'll use the Disaronno to give you a decent view. So for this, if you cut your butter into 1/8, so you get like little chunks like this, it makes it easier to melt. So I say 1/8 because that's just easy to do if you just cut things in half over and over again. But remember that we only need 6 tablespoons. So basically tablespoon blocks, right? Although I'm still waiting for my eggs. There will be an egg. Don't worry, there will be. There'll be at least 1 egg used in this recipe. Okay. And then what you do is you take your 6 little blocks, right? And then onto here they go. So we're just melting the butter. That's all we're doing. And I took my trash out earlier and forgot to change the bag. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, you could cream it like if you just had really soft butter. You could just mix it all together with the sugar. You can brown the butter too. Browning is always delicious and tasty, and it has like this really warm, nutty taste to it. But because these cookies, like the main flavor you want from these is the almond, the melted brown butter can be a little bit overpowering to that. So I just melted a little bit, as you can see. So it's melting away. It's not going to get too crazy, but it's doing its thing. Also, anyone want some sake? Because I got some sake if you need some. Okay. So while that melts, we are going to measure the sugar, which you need 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup of sugar. Fun thing, I guess I can just hold this. I have a mix of sugar, by the way. I have just regular, like plain, granulated white sugar. And then I have sugar cane sugar, which is this darker stuff, which is really good. And it makes things a little bit thicker, like not as smooth, not as fine. And so it gives the cookies a little bit more texture. But you can just use regular sugar, like, this regular white sugar if you want. But I think it's fun to have a mix because I'm weird like that. So this is looking pretty good. If you don't want to melt everything, that's fine because we need some consistency with it. So then in it goes. Whee! So there's 6 tablespoons of butter. Right. And it smells wonderful, as butter always does. Also, most importantly, and something that I've learned over the ages from Hannah Hart and My Drunk Cooking, is a clean as you go, right? That's a good motto to have. Okay, so next we are going to get Dabkin his eggs. So this is where the flavoring is going to come in. So you only need one egg. One large egg, I should say, I suppose, since there's a difference. But one large egg. And we could have actually done this while the butter was melting. I was just too busy talking to you all. But one large egg, crack it in, you know, usual type of deal. And also don't touch your phone after you just crack the egg. Make sure to wash your hands first. Pro tips here. Don't want an eggy phone. But the thing that we'll mix in with our egg is a little bit of this. So it'll be a tablespoon. Or sorry, sorry. A teaspoon and a half. Sorry. So half teaspoon, 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. So 3 tablespoons of vanilla extract because vanilla extract is delicious. Okay. What's up, Parking? Welcome to some cookie baking. And then the main ingredient is Disaronno. And for this, you want twice as much vanilla. Okay. So not 1.5, but 3 teaspoons. And for this, I do what I call a heaping teaspoon, which is I just keep pouring it. So like a little bit comes out from the tablespoon itself. So like you don't ever stop pouring, basically. So you end up with like a little bit more than 3 tablespoons. Sorry, 3 teaspoons, not tablespoons. But it's really good. So then we mix, right? And then, here, let me flip the camera. So there you go. So I wish that there was like smell-o-vision, because this shit smells so good. Like if you've ever had Disaronno, you know that it's really good. And it's basically like having a biscotti. But yeah, so this goes right into our butter and sugar mix. Okay. And then we're going to give it a couple stirs. And of course, cleaning as we go with one hand. Okay. So we'll give that a little mix. We're going to add the flour in a second. But we just want it to go together a little bit first. All right, we have 2 more ingredients now. And they're right here. There's the baking powder and then the flour. All right. So give me a second. I need 2 hands for this. Okay. So we need 1 teaspoon baking powder. So, 1 TSP. Baking powder. Give a little bit of lift, not too much, just enough. And here, I'll show you my little trick here. Okay. So like, don't just like dump this. Tap with your finger like this. Okay. There's your pro strat right there. So that it doesn't just fall in as one giant clump. So that it mixes in a little bit easier. Because you don't really want clumps of things. Not in your cookies. Okay, so that's your pro tip there. All right, and now I need both my hands again. And I'm gonna actually move you guys down here real quick so you can see what I do with this without me having to reposition the camera. So, there you go. Sorry for the noise. I'm gonna use the Disaronno to prop you all up. Here we go. Okay, so flour time. So we need 1 2/3 of flour. So here's your tip of the day with the flour. If you take a spoon and then you do this and you just kind of like wiggle it down into it, you'll avoid packing the flour together, which is something that happens if you take this and just like dive in and do this, then you'll pack it all down and you'll actually get more than you need. And if you don't own a kitchen scale, which I don't, this is actually the way to get like more accurate measurements. Because typically if you do this thing and it calls for like a cup, then you're actually going to get more than a single cup. Fun fact. These are things that I've learned by watching cooking YouTube at 3 o'clock in the morning. Amazon wish list. What is this? I have no Amazon wish list. Okay. One more, and then we'll be at 1 2/3. Also, if any of you remember the hazelnut cookies that I used to show on stream every now and then, this is actually the base recipe. Like if you take out the almond and the vanilla, and you sub in 2/3 of hazelnut flour instead of regular flour, you can make the hazelnut cookies that I make. Fun fact. All right, now I like want to pick you guys up. Oh, the oven's ready. Isn't that great? All right, so it's gonna start like this, right? But this is gonna come together pretty quick. And it makes a really good dough, by the way. Like, the dough is really fun, in my opinion. This is when I wish I had the GoPro effect. But like, you can see, I'm not even really like trying to mix that hard, and it's coming together nicely. It's not too wet of a dough. And you just kind of keep turning it over like this. And then like stick your stomach out and then just like steady everything. But you do that and it works out pretty good here. So let me use both hands for a second, since the oven is ready now. But you do a couple good stirs with both hands kind of thing, and very, very quickly you end up with some pretty good looking dough, right? No whisk, 1 bowl, 1 spoon. You're having a good time, right? And it's sticky enough here. I'll bring you guys up in a second. It's sticky enough now that it's it all like it holds on to itself, and you can use it to actually clean the bowl of any flour. Like you just rub it like this, and then you're pretty happy overall. Sorry, I keep moving it. It's hard to position everything. But yeah, so this is basically ready now. So this also holds its shape really well too. So like you can use it for a lot of things. Where's my flip? Flip. Okay. Trying to position this properly again. How are we? We good? Yeah, okay, we're good. All right. So now we're gonna make the cookies. So this makes enough for 2 pans, which is why I have 2 pans in front of me. Dough. Fire muffin. All right, so you can squish it together and then just split it in 2, like that. Throw one place, one the other one. Easy. Bring your chat down so they can see you actually make the cookies. All right, so there is enough to make 12 out of each of these halves. So there's 24 cookies total. So split it in 2. Rub it. Split it in 2. Rub it. Okay. So then out of each of these little logs, you can split it into 3. And these are really good. Oh wait, actually, Davkin, if you've never had Disaronno, marzipan. That's what it tastes like. Very almondy, very delicious. Okay, so you can see now I have 12 little nuggets. 12 little nuggets of goodness. And then you just roll it. Roll it into a little ball and stick it down. Roll a little ball, stick it I actually accidentally made marzipan the other day, or 2 weeks ago it was, when I made my shortbread bars, and I used Disaronno with as my juice for the lemon juice curd. It's actually the exact same recipe as making marzipan, except that it has flour in it. So it's like slightly thicker marzipan, basically, sitting on top of shortbread. This is good. Here we go. So these are good little cookies. They don't expand too much. Like there's not that much baking powder in them or anything like that. So they're gonna hold their shape pretty well. And so you're a part of this Discord, do I see it right? Oh yeah, the Core 4 gaming one. Yeah, I'm in there. I'm in the top part where it says the Core 4, I think, / one of the mods. All right, here you go. So there we go, little nuggets of joy. I'm just gonna do that with the rest of it, because you can bake both sheets at the same time. It doesn't really have too much of an issue. But yeah, so these will hold their shape. So if you want, you can totally make weird, silly shapes. The only thing you have to be careful of is the thinner this is, the drier it will be. So like these little nuggets are all gonna be really good. They're gonna be decently soft on the inside with an okay, like, little bit of a crust on the outside. They're a really good tea cookie. But if you make them too thin, they'll dry out. So you kind of want to make sure that they don't do too badly. You basically want at least 1/4 of an inch thick. But like this works really well. But you can also do silly little things if you want. Like you can roll it out into a thing like this, and then make a little tiny swirl. Hey, vibrate. Oh, sorry. Also, hello, Lemon Bar. Welcome to the cookie making time. I'm gonna make a couple swirls for fun. Yep. You are at the part of the phase, when we're just making a bunch of little guys and we're gonna pop them in the oven in a second. And these are butter cookies with vanilla extract and Disaronno in them. So they're almond and vanilla with a good amount of butter. I'm gonna make this one into a swirl as well. Should have 3 swirls for fun. But I had my friend come over this past weekend and we made these. And she made like snails and turtle shapes and all sorts of other silly little things. It's very cute. But I think the best is really just the ball, because it works out really well for tastiness. All right, here we go. So, we're good. There we are. I'm gonna pop them into the oven. And these go into the oven for 15 minutes. 16 if you like, but 15 is good. There. So again, the finished product looks like this, lad. But I'm making more. Do I like to bake? Is it a hobby? I do like baking. In general, yes. I like baking. I'm just gonna wash the dishes here real quick. Let me know if it's too loud. But I do like cooking. I generally bake like once a week or so. I've been into making shortbread bars recently, which do I have? No. I thought I might still have one left over in the freezer, but I got into making shortbread bars recently, and before that was mainly cookies and those things. I went through a mac and cheese kick for a little while, but the shortbread bars are really good because I found the lemon bar recipe from Sally's Baking Addiction, I think it was. And if you just substitute the lemon juice in that with any liquid you want, you can make all sorts of weird things. Like if you substitute it in with Disaronno, you make marzipan bars by accident, and they're delicious and good. But I've done a lot of things with that though. I've subbed in Coke. I've subbed in Fanta. Brandy is really good. Brandy and chocolate is really good. You kind of make a lava cake. I've done cherry juice. I blended blackberry juice blackberries and tried to get juice out of those. Kind of worked, kind of didn't. I have been thinking about doing. I've been thinking about doing a sake one since I have so much sake in my fridge. We could do miso. This stuff back here is actually this is anko, is red bean paste. That is really good. That's really good with chocolate, but even just by itself, it's good. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm letting all the cold air out. I had to show you my sake collection as well. I would love to make some things. Here, ready? So I got this recently. This Sakurako, the box, and everything in it is Sakura flavored. Specifically, this green tea is super good and like super nice smelling. And besides wanting to like take a bath in it, I think it would probably make for a really good bar. Just like making a little bit of this and then using it as the liquid. But there's cool stuff in here, like daifuku. And this is not a sponsored stream, by the way. I just like food, and the Sakura stuff it smells wonderful. So, just thinking about it would be good. Tea time, exactly. No, it's delicious. It's wonderful. But yeah, so I guess to answer your question, Lemon Bar, about do I like baking? Yes. This is my little notebook of recipes that I've experimented with. Let's see. We have custards, mochi, udon, rice cakes, pan pizza, pancakes, the butter cookies, biscuits, ginger pork cutlet, and the lemon bars here. And then there's probably a million other things I've done. But these cookies are good. And they're just a variation on a butter cookie recipe, which is really tasty. So, and since they're small and like that big, they're very easy to transport and like bring. So, actually, like I force my friends who I meet up with once a week to try my food experiments and concoctions. I basically bake once a week in order to go like bring them something new and interesting to try. And I got my friend in trouble with his girlfriend. Where's your egg? It's in the cookies. It's in the cookies. But I got my friend in trouble with his girlfriend because I was bringing the food experiments to him, and I'd bring him enough for himself and for his girlfriend. Do you know what he didn't do? You can probably guess what he didn't do. But yeah, he ate all of it on the way home, and his girlfriend never saw any of it. And so when his girlfriend finally came out and hung out with us at the bar, and discovered that he'd been holding out on her with like little treats and things. It was good. It was a good time. But yeah, so also make sure to clean. Gotta clean as you go. Otherwise you're just gonna end up with lots of dishes, especially when you have a tiny fridge and tiny dishwasher and everything else. So, but yeah, I will happily get my friend in trouble with his girlfriend if he doesn't share the concoctions, because I don't just make them because I like enjoy doing it and enjoy feeding him and other people and like seeing what they think about it. But like I like getting feedback from like more than one person. So the fact that I could have had more opinions on the various things I was making the whole time, it's like, well, I'm glad that she's mad at you because I'm mad at you for not bringing it. Go. Nice and clean. And still have 9 minutes on the clock. So I feel like I should, like when I stick this into the YouTube archive, I feel like I should put real-time baking on it or something. Is that a hashtag on YouTube? I feel like I've seen it once, maybe not as a hashtag or something, but like some random chef dude who had like some ridiculously nice looking place, probably in California or something, had like real-time egg making thing or something where he baked it from start to finish on camera. He had a GoPro on his head though. But I thought that was a really cool thing because like half the time I feel like cooking videos aren't actually useful because you can't actually see all the steps in it. So you don't know if you're doing things the right amount of time or those kind of things. Like, I mean, you can follow a recipe, right? But it feels a bit different if someone's like there to guide you through it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Does anyone else feel that way at all? Sorry, I'm just going to rotate you all so you can see Miku better while I clean this stuff up over here. Because you gotta cook with your wife, so you know. But like it's easier, right? When you have someone like there working with you, you can kind of get the feel for the time of everything, like how long like you should leave something be on one side, or like all that. It's easier, I think, if you can do that. So I appreciated that YouTube video. I also found out like that apparently Gordon Ramsay's like restaurants have not so great treatment of their employees or something from that guy, because he's like not a fan of him or something. He was just talking about it randomly during the stream, or during the video rather, which I thought was interesting because like Gordon Ramsay with his kids is like so nice and wholesome, you know. Please straighten wall art. I can't do anything about this. The frame is too big. It had a different poster in it before, but it's a little bit straightened now. Is that better? Are we good? We good? So, yeah, this used to have, do you know the Russian space propaganda with the guy going, Slava! And it's like the space glory photo. It's a good image. When I lived with a couple other people, we were trying to figure out what to decorate the place with. And for whatever reason, we decided we were going to get propaganda for fun. So we had like different propagandas from different countries on the walls. And when we all moved and everything like that, I got the Russian one because I spoke a little bit of Russian at the time. And that used to be there. But I gave it to one of my friends for his birthday because he liked it a lot more than I do. So now I just have Miku. Please increase boob size of wall art. Okay, hold on. Here you go. Better? Bit better? OKU's breast size is a little bit bigger than Miku's, I think. Right? Like a teensy bit? Like Miku's got like a nice handful. OKU has like C cups. Or unless you just want like Luna's cleavage. But that's not in the kitchen though, so. Okay. You want to see a pic of the Russian propaganda? I gave it to my friend, so I don't have it with me anymore. But it's, if you look for Russian space propaganda, just find the one with the dude like holding the hammer and sickle above his head. And it says Slava, which is glory. And it has like the 6 or how many Sputniks were there? But it has like 6 stars or something like that going across it for each of the Sputniks, I think it was. Something like that. It was cool. I enjoy like the old school propaganda stuff to some extent. Like it's interesting to see. I don't know if enjoy is actually the right word there, but because I feel like it's a weird thing to say you enjoy propaganda. Unless your name is Goebbels or like any other minister of propaganda, but or Winnie the Pooh. We're restocked on flour in my little glass bucket. We have 5 minutes on the clock. You would think talking about waifus and propaganda and everything would take up more time than 4, but nope. I have curry powder. We could make we could make curry cookies. You also want to see the Russian propaganda? Okay, hold on. Hey Nemus, welcome to the cooking time. All right, here, let me find it online. I can't quite, share things in the same way. Russian space propaganda. Oh, look at that. It's right here. This one. Here we go. Hackamans. Oh yeah, I'm decently good at typing with one hand, but this is the Russian space propaganda I was talking about. So it says hover to zoom there, so you can't actually see what it says. There we go. But that says Slava, which is glory, and then each of these is for the Sputniks. So it's good. Right? It was a decently nice thing to have on the wall. Oof. I think anyway, but I have since removed. So while we wait, we have 3 more minutes. I don't know. I'll just show you my kitchen. This is a wonderful, wonderful device. So this is the rice cooker from Japan that my sister got me, and there's the transformer because it doesn't. It's Japanese, so it needs a different wall outlet power. So is that need more things for wall for Boston? Yeah. Well, here. Let me show you my anime stuff on the walls. I guess we have Asuka and Unit 2. We have Rei and Unit 0. We have Miku just chilling, being cute. We have classy Asuka and Rei in the music section. Right? There's my flute. We have the Miku Shrine for the Miku Expo stuff that I got when I went to see her, which of course includes, the glow stick to go, yay! Right? Very important accessory. Meiko and Miku. And then the art books, calendars, nice fans. This really cute acrylic one. I like this one a lot. And then we have some random art that I did at some paint and sips. Booze. A nuclear explosion that I drew for fun. And some art. Some more art. We got Luna and her little thing. And Kizna going, fuck you. More art. Gwen for funsies. We have Nero up here. So here's Rin, of course, just for you Nemus. Rin and Archer, of course, Caster Umu. The one back here is Space. What am I saying? Is Basketball Girl. I forget the name of the anime she's from. She was like from a random grab bag. Miku with the crown. Miku with the bunny. Miku with the crown again and like the red one. Miku and like the little maestro thing. Mordred and Saber Lily. Astolfo and Saber. Monica. Thing, Kaoru. It's beeping. It's beeping. Casual explosion. Yeah, no, that's what it is, man. All right, hold on. Let's make sure I don't burn myself. So I'm gonna put you down for a second. One and two. Right. Yeah, like at Paint and Sips, they don't actually care if you make what they make. Like you can add or subtract whatever you want from it. So I did. And like that, for that one in particular, like the main scene, those need to cool, by the way, so it's fine. But like the main scene was like the horizon and like trees and whatnot, and then they just kind of did a sunset. And I was like, you know what? I want to make it so my trees are like blowing off and falling apart, and there was just a nuclear explosion because I wanted it to be more interesting. That's all. All right, any hoodles. All right, so these are hot, but it's okay because you just blow on your fingers a little bit and everything will be okay. But yeah, so here we go. They're soft. And they harden up a teensy bit, but not too much. And you can see that they like kind of crack on the top. But I'll crack one open once they've done their thing. So let me try to make my life easier so I don't accidentally burn myself. The little things. But yeah, what did you all make today? Out of curiosity. Like, I mainly just reheated food. I mean, I had Fruit Loops. I had some Fruit Loops for breakfast. And then I had leftover Chinese salad and sui mei for lunch. And then leftover sesame beef and rice for dinner. Do you guys figure out the room plans for Anime Boston? I did talk to one of my friends. Like the friend. And I believe him and I are still doing an Airbnb. So that's the plan. You had beef chow fun. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious because it involves beef. So overall, that sounds good to me. Sorry, just trying to get two hands here. I don't trust singular hand for this. All right, well, we're good. It's an Asian dish. Well, I figured that much, Nevis. Hopefully not too expensive for it. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't remember what how much it cost before. Like 2 years ago when we were originally making the plans. But for like 3 days, I feel like it wasn't more than like 600 between the two of us, maybe, or something like that. So it wasn't too bad at all, I think. Yeah, turkey dinner for residents at work. Like Thanksgiving, but different. So yeah, ta-da! Here they are. Which cookie do you want me to pop open? Because I'll get you a cross section. Probably one of the bigger ones would be best. And as you can see, like I said, these cookies hold their shape pretty well. So like these are the ones that I spiraled. And same with this one, right? So you can see it's got the spiral in it. I didn't try too hard with that, but you can see like that one there, I did a little bit more effort on to spiral it so it comes out a little bit better. But these work really well just as like little poof balls, basically. So, and they're good. They're Disaronno and vanilla. And hot, probably. But let's see. Let's grab... This guy's just like begging. Oh yeah, there's the bottom, by the way. So 15 minutes, nicely browned. So plenty of butter in them, as you can tell. So there you go. Tasty. It's like a biscotti almost. But softer and more delicious. What kind of cookie is it? It's a butter cookie. Butter cookie with vanilla extract and amaretto. When can you expect your cookie box to arrive to you? When I figure out how to ship cookies, I guess. I'm bringing these mainly to work tomorrow. But these are good. They're soft. They're soft and squishy. And I mean, they're still warm, but they stay decently soft. And like I said, they make for a good tea cookie. And again, besides the vanilla and the Disaronno, which is 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla and 3 teaspoons of Disaronno, this is all that's in there. So, teaspoon of baking powder, an egg, 6 tablespoons of butter melted, half a cup of sugar, 1 2/3 cup of flour. And then Here are my shitty instructions. Combine the sugar and the butter, add the egg, and the egg is what we mix the Disaronno and the vanilla into. And then baking powder and flour, mix it. You can chill it if you want. Like, if you don't want to make it all at once, you can definitely chill it. If you're trying to make it hold its shape better, then chill it for a half hour before you cut out shapes and then put it in. But, you know, I didn't do that today, and they're just fine. But I also wasn't making any particular shape, so. And then 350. This is 350. I use 355. And 15 minutes. And then you get these. Ta-da! And yeah, that's all I got for you. So, hope you all enjoyed the cooking stream. I did, honestly. I thought it was a pretty good way to end. So, yeah. But, unless anyone has any random questions about the cookies or something, then I'll probably unlive myself now. Guess I'll go die. But, yeah. So, take it easy, everyone. Here's some manga. Here's some art books of Mordred. And yeah, that's I don't think I have too much else besides go watch my dress up. Go watch that, it's good. And read Gao Gohan. It's wholesome as shit. And actually it's about cooking too. Gao Gohan is about cooking food. So watch/read that. It's good stuff. All right. Bye everyone. Have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time it is and wherever you are. I'm gonna have some Disaronno and play some games. So take it easy everyone. And yeah. Bye.